Hey guys, Josh here. Thought I'd take a second to say thanks for checking out my listing and give you a quick look at what I do to test anything and everything that I sell on the Facebook swap shops or Craigslist. And I've been selling on here for quite a few years, anything from cell phones to major appliances, or even if it's just something I pull out of the closet. Anything that I list up for sale, I make sure that it works great. I put it through a series of specific tests. And like with this washer and dryer here, did the same. And I kind of like to show you just the steps that I go through, because I've been there and maybe you're there right now, which is why you're watching this. When something like a washer and dryer go out, it's not something someone says, yeah, and I get to go spend a few $100 and buy a new one. It can be a very frustrating experience. So, when you put that kind of money out, you want to make sure what you're buying works. And I have a background of about 13 years of retail management experience, so I know that when you put money out there, you want to make sure that you're getting a good return on your investment. So I thought if I'm going to be selling anything at all, I want to make sure who I sell it to gets a good deal. I'm getting a good deal, obviously they're getting a good deal, and everybody wins. So this is my process, and I'll show you real fast what I check for anytime I sell anything, but specifically for this washer and dryer here. Thanks. Okay, and here I've got for sale a 90 series Kenmore washer and dryer set. It's a matching set, and both of them are in excellent shape here. Let's kind of show you the condition is really good. But of course, something can look good but not always operate correctly. So this list here just kind of goes over, for example, does the washer lid switch engage correctly? That's really important. A lot of times you can get the washer going and it fills up with water and it doesn't do anything. Well, 9 times out of 10, it's going to be that washer lid switch. So when I hook these up, I let it run full cycle, just so it hits every single thing and I can watch it. It's a good way for me to get an extra load of laundry in. Does the washer pull water in? Does the washer agitator work correctly? Does the washer have a balanced spin cycle, so I make sure it's not too loud or doesn't shake? And if it does, I put a note on there. Does the timer dial work correctly? I go through all the timers, make sure it starts and stops when it's supposed to. Does the washer drain water out? Did the washer complete a full cycle? And then also put on there, are there any missing or broken pieces? Because it's really important in case anything's missing at all. On this particular one, I'll show you real quick. Right in the side here, this piece wouldn't stay on, and one of the little catches here that keeps it in place was broken. So I ordered a new part on Amazon. It was like, I don't know, 15, 20 bucks, something like that. But new one snapped on, so that's good to go. So let me pull this back out here. Everything on this list now, with that being in place, checks off perfectly. And then kind of same thing with the dryer, test a few different things. But does the dryer have any missing pieces or damage? This one does not. Does the dryer timer work correctly? Same thing, I hook it up. I've actually got a 15-foot cable, so I can test it out here in my garage. And I plug it in right inside the door, kind of off to where the utility room is. And I let it run a full cycle. Does the timer now work correctly? Yes, it does. Does the dryer door switch? Same thing with the dryer. If you open it up, it's supposed to stop, and it does. So that gets tested. Does it heat up correctly, and does it get hot? There's a difference between it just kind of getting a little warm and it getting hot. When you run a dryer empty, it should be blowing heat out the back, really hot. And then if you stick your hand inside, obviously it's very hot. Did the dryer complete a full cycle? Did all the timer modes? Same thing on the dial. You want to make sure each one of these starts and stops on its own. And let's see, spin, obviously, is it knocking? Is it loud? And sorry, my kids are running around. In this case, yes, it spun, it was quiet, did everything it was supposed to do. And I always say, hey, is there anything else? I got 2 spots here, anything at all that needs to be noteworthy, and there wasn't on this one. So that's what gets tested on these guys. And these are more really for my purposes. Just like I said, when I sell something, I want to make sure that when it leaves my hands, it works perfectly. I don't have to worry about it. And then obviously I'm giving a good service to whoever buys it. Because when you're putting out that kind of money, and especially with something like a washer and dryer, washing and drying your clothes, I mean, the alternative, it's going to a laundromat or something like that. It's a huge hassle. So want to make sure whoever is getting them doesn't have to worry about it. And like I said, everybody wins. So that's my process. It doesn't take very long. And that way I can make sure that everything I sell is good quality and whoever's buying it gets a good quality item. You know, Facebook and Craigslist, you really have to be careful these days. You can't just go meet up with anybody, and you always want to make sure you meet in a very public place, you know, and you never meet at night, those type of things. You kind of see those warnings pop up on Facebook and Craigslist now, and it's very good to listen to those. So I thought this video would also be a good way, you know, kind of see who you're meeting up with and kind of know who I am, that type of thing. And I also, personally, I don't meet up with anybody who, you know, who seems shady or won't give me their name or, you know, won't give me their phone number, that type of thing. So good things to know. Otherwise, we'll get this posted and y'all have a great day.